Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing my 26-week update, and there is actually a lot to update this week. So I wrote everything down because I always forget something. So to begin off this week, I actually got extremely sick. It was basically a 24-hour virus, we think. That's what we're coming up with because it really only lasted 24 hours, but I took the day off on Monday because my husband got really ill. I would say starting Sunday night, and Monday morning he was just really bad. He was shaking. He took a shower like he always does in the morning to get ready for work, and he just knew he couldn't go to work, so I ended up taking the day off as well to stay with him, and I took care of him all day, made him soup and cleaned everything. Thankfully, I was really productive that day, because the next day I was completely out of commission, and it was some sort of stomach virus. He was basically just throwing up really bad, and just, I can't explain it because I've never felt this bad in my entire life. But it was basically, I called it like The Exorcist. It was uncontrollable vomit. Like, I barely made it to the toilet, and I know that it's disgusting to say, but I was so sick, and I have not felt this bad in my entire life. I even told Jamie that I think giving birth to Aria was less than what I felt that day. So I started getting sick around Monday night, and he was already starting to feel better, and it all went downhill after that. Thankfully though, we didn't get it at the same time, so I was basically able to be his servant for one day, and he was my servant for the next day, and somebody was always available to take care of the baby. So it kind of worked out in that sense, but I felt terrible. I felt really bad. He wanted to take me to the hospital because obviously it's dangerous if I get dehydrated or anything really happens. He just wanted to check on the baby. But I just knew that if I went to the hospital, how bad I was feeling, I didn't want to sit in the waiting room for hours just for them to say, you're sick, you can't take anything, drink lots of fluids, see you later. So I really didn't want to go, and we even got kind of just in a small argument about that because he's like, I'm taking you to hospital right now. And I just kept telling him, I don't want to sit in a waiting room for hours. And he's like, you're pregnant, they're going to give you priority. And that's not the case. I've already been to the hospital while I'm pregnant, and they just leave you there. I mean, they don't, unless it's something extremely urgent that you might be in danger of giving birth in the middle of the hospital, they don't really give you priority. So I did not want to go through that, and I just kind of waited it out, and I felt perfect the next day. So by Wednesday morning I felt great, and I don't even know if I felt just that amazing or just that I felt so terrible on Tuesday that on Wednesday when I woke up I was like, oh my god, I feel better than I've ever felt in my entire life. So that was not fun at all. He was definitely taking Tylenol and everything, but after my little episode with pills, I decided I wasn't taking anything. I was just drinking ginger ale and eating saltine crackers and trying to hold anything down. I didn't really feel like eating anything, so I think I had a little bit of soup, and that's about it. But that was, it was just a really bad experience. I've never felt that way in my entire life. So that was not fun, but again, I trying to stay positive and think, thankfully it's only one day and it's a virus, and this is not how I feel throughout my entire pregnancy. I know some ladies out there do get really sick their entire pregnancy, so I'm just thankful that I just had that episode for one day and that's it. I've been getting bursts of energy at night, and I'm talking 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night. And it's nice because I get to do a lot of stuff, do a lot of research. Basically, just when I'm laying in bed, I'll get on my computer and I'll just start researching newborn cloth diapers, or looking at my registry, or looking at baby products, or looking at strollers. Oh my god, I have become obsessed with researching double strollers, and that has been a crazy obsession of mine. We finally decided, I basically told my husband this time, this is the stroller we're gonna get, and that's it. But I decided on the stroller we're gonna get, and we're gonna go with the City Double Select Baby Jogger Double Stroller. I don't know the order, but it's basically those words. City I think it's baby jogger, city baby jogger select. I'll write it down right here. But it's a really nice stroller, and I'll go ahead and make a small, quick, separate video on just talking about strollers because I became so obsessed with different details and different features and what was best for us that I think I could make a whole separate video just explaining everything. So basically at night I take advantage of kind of just the time to myself, just researching anything online, and then I just I'm just so energized and so excited, and I don't know what it is, but I have so much energy at night and I just try to do all these things and I have to literally push myself to go to sleep. And I have not had any issues with falling asleep or getting comfortable to go to sleep or anything like that, and I still don't. It's just I have so much energy that I don't really feel like going to sleep. But when I do decide, I say, okay, it's almost 1 in the morning, or it is 1 in the morning, and I close the laptop and I close my eyes, within seconds I am completely knocked out. And my husband actually makes fun of me all the time because he's like, you literally just close your eyelids and you're knocked out. So I'm really thankful for that, because I think that's the main thing with everybody who is pregnant, and once they start getting, you know, further into their pregnancy, they just become really uncomfortable and they can't sleep, and then it's a huge issue because you're always tired, and you know. But I've never had problems sleeping, and I am already at the end of my second trimester. So next week for some people is the 27th week period. You start your third trimester. So that is insane that I'm already basically towards the end of my pregnancy. It has flown by way too quickly. I feel like I'm getting into that mode where, oh my god, in less than 14 weeks I'm gonna have a baby. I need to get shit done. So we started getting Arya's new room ready. They will not be sharing rooms. We basically had a guest room where we just had a bed and it was just a guest room, but now we're converting that into Arya's room, and we're leaving Arya's original room for the baby's room because it's already set up as a nursery. No need to change anything. I'm not really gonna change the bedding or the theme. I love it. It's pink and damask, and you know, maybe I'll do another nursery tour just because we did move, so it's a separate house, so things are laid out a little bit different, but it's kind of the same thing. It looks similar, but I guess I'll do another nursery tour for this baby, and I'll definitely be doing a toddler room for once we finish Arya's room. But we basically revamped our old bed because we had a queen size bed, now we have a king size bed. So the frame had just been chipped, and the back of the frame was just, it was a mess. So we spray painted the whole thing. I bought fabric and we basically just redid the entire thing. My mom and Jamie helped out a lot. I was kind of just the boss, leading them and letting them know where I wanted things and how I wanted them. And we did a really good job. So now we just have to set that up and just finish making it a little bit more girly for her. But I feel like it's time to kind of just speed this process up and get everything ready. What else? I got a new stretch mark, and that is probably the highlight of this week, but it's right above my belly button. With Arya, I didn't really get a lot of stretch marks. I got a little bit at the bottom, like underneath my belly button, but they're not really that visible, so they don't really bother me that much. But on top of my belly button, I've gotten like one stretch mark. It's probably like this big. It's not those purple stretch marks. It's kind of just, you could see it in some, it depends on the way I'm standing. You could see it, and I don't know. It's weird, hard to explain, but it's there. It's definitely new, and you know, what can I say? I'm just grateful that I haven't gotten as many as I expected, and and they're not those visible huge purple ones. And you know, what can you do? You have a baby, it's life, you continue. And really, I'd never go to the pool anymore or the beach or show my stomach in anywhere really. So I don't really care about having stretch marks in my stomach anymore. I was definitely more worried with Arya's pregnancy just because it's your first time that your body's going through this. So I was kind of like, I don't want stretch marks, and it was a bigger deal, I feel like. Now I feel like my body is not mine. My boobs are completely my daughter's, and it's just, I literally feel like my body is not mine. Like it does not belong to me. So it doesn't really bother me that much. I am putting oils and creams to try to prevent it, but it doesn't really bother me anymore. And heartburn, I've been getting heartburn again this week, which sucks. So I've kind of been living off these. It's just a huge tub that I actually bought with Arya's pregnancy because I had serious heartburn with her. This time I'm getting a little bit, but it kind of comes and goes. With Arya, it was just serious heartburn. And this is just the CVS brand of Tums, basically. And I like it. I think that is it for this week. So I'll go ahead and show you my baby bump, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye, guys. So here is the baby bump. And I love how this looks, but this is actually not a maternity dress. This is, or a shirt. This is actually a regular dress that I used to wear to work, and it basically ends right here right now, just because the bump kind of makes everything go up. But it used to land about up to my knees. So I think that's so funny, and I just paired it with a little skirt, and this is what I wear to work today. And here it is from the other side, and then here is the actual bump, and here it is from the other side.